Hello boys and girls, how are you today? It's beautiful today. It's a Sunday afternoon. When you get to hear the story, it'll be a different day. The sun is shining, the skies are blue, there's hardly a cloud in them, and it's that warm. It's the first day I've been able to go for a walk without my coat on. Perhaps those of you that are back in school and those of you that are still at home are worrying about things. Well, I want to tell you a story that I'm going to call Be Calm. It's another story about Jesus. And he and his disciples had had a really busy day. And now they were all in a boat crossing the Lake of Galilee. His disciples, at least a few of them, were fishermen, and so they were used to crossing the lake. Well, as the sun set, everybody began to yawn, and soon enough, some of them were sleeping. At the back of the boat, Jesus was sleeping. The wind began to pick up. The weather was changing. The waves began to grow, and soon enough there was a full-on storm all around them. The boat was being tossed about on the waves. The sails, they'd have to furl up so that they didn't break. And now, even the experienced sailors, they were terrified that they were going to sink and drown. They looked around for help. Jesus was there, but he was still sleeping in the back of the boat. One of them rushed over to him and shook him and woke him up and said, "Jesus, don't you care? We're all drowning. We're going to die." Of course, Jesus cared, and he remained what none of them were, calm. And he stood up and he looked at the waves and he listened to the wind and he said, "Peace, be still." And immediately the wind died down and the waves were still and everybody was safe. And everybody was amazed. The disciples wondered, who is this person that we're following? This teacher, this miracle worker, that he's able to make even the wind and the waves obey him? Who is he indeed? There's all sorts of things that worry us, make us concerned, and sometimes there's nothing we can do about those things that are worrying us. And so sometimes all we need to do is just put them to the back of our mind, leave those worries behind. There's a verse in the Bible that says this: throw all your cares onto Jesus because he cares for you. And sometimes that's what we need to do. Just get rid of those fears and leave them behind and walk away from them. They'll look after themselves. And we need to focus on the things that we're glad about, that make us happy, that cause us to be calm. So when you're next feeling really anxious, afraid, worried, walk away from them. Think about the things that are great, that make you happy, and see if that helps for a bit. Be calm.